Hello, I'm Mark Drury.
And I'm Terry Drury.
And welcome to King of the Spring. Over the past couple of years, Terry and I, along with 5 or 6 other camera crews, have really worked long and hard to bring you this tape.
We sure have, Mark. Our goal was to bring to the viewer the joy and excitement that you and I share while trying to harvest a spring gobbler.
And not only with each other, Terry, but with our hunting buddies
in general.
We wanted to bring you authenticity, some information about the wild turkey, but also as much excitement as we possibly could.
And I think the excitement is there. We've got a different bit of excitement in each of the 13 hunts.
Besides excitement, you're going to get to hear some of the finest calling you'll ever hear on a tape.
Oh, phenomenal.
Terry. Providing that calling, we've got Steve Stoltz from Fenton, Missouri.
We've got Randy Panic from Ludlow, Massachusetts. You can't say enough about that guy.
Cecil Carter from Fort Worth, Texas.
Jeff Probst from Festus, Missouri.
And don't forget about our special guest,
the main man, Mr. Will Primos, Jackson, Mississippi.
All of these guys are part of the Mossy Oak hunting team. Toxie Hayes of Hayes Outdoors has really done a phenomenal job at putting that talent together.
He's done an excellent job.
So sit back and get ready, because we're coming to you with King of the Spring. Hello and welcome once again. Our first hunt finds us in the Ozark National Forest of Arkansas. On this particular hunt, I was doing the shooting, Terry was doing the camera work, and I think for our first attempt at ever filming a hunt, it turned out rather well, don't you, Terry?
It turned out real well, Mark. We were somewhat unfamiliar with the Ozark National Forest, and unfamiliarity with the territory will sometimes work to your disadvantage. We had 2 birds that were working real well, and we couldn't decide which one to set up on.
No, talk about the territory working to your disadvantage. Luck will sometimes work to your advantage. I think
sure
that's
will.
What really
We just happened to luck out here, but the bird that we did harvest came in on a string, so we set up on him. We were elbow to elbow. Why don't you watch what happened?
Take a look at it.
Good work. Good job.
That's a nice one. You nailed it. Good job. Our second hunt again finds us down in the Ozark National Forest of Arkansas. This particular hunt, I was going to try and take a gobbler with a bow. Terry was on camera, and even though we don't harvest one of these particular gobblers, we were able to come away with some of the closest eastern wild turkey footage you're ever going to see, Terry.
Man, this is unreal, Mark. I tell you, it is exceptional footage. This bird, when he comes in working real well.
Real well.
He gets in front of you and gobbles until he just almost chokes himself.
I've never seen a turkey gobble that hard
that
and that
long. And then when he does step out, he's really along your side. He's about one step on the other side of that
my
tree.
Shoulder. The turkey works, all four of them, or three of them that you see, works past us, goes up on the road, out of Terry's swing, then doubles back and comes down the road, and then that close footage you're going to see is only 2 steps from the camera.
We were stealing moves from this gobbler.
You got to see this to believe it. these turkeys walked right out of Terry's swing. It then took approximately 6 minutes for this beautiful gobbler to pass back in front of Terry's position after spotting the featherflex decoys. Man, talk about a close call. Now that was indeed a close one. It just goes to show we cannot say enough about mossy oak camouflage and its effectiveness. I really can't say enough about my next guest either, Mr. Steve Stoltz from Fenton, Missouri. Welcome, Steve.
Thank you, Mark.
Steve's another member of the mossy oak hunting team. He's been doing some camera work for Terry and I. Steve, you captured 2 beautiful hunts in northern Missouri. Let's go talk about the first one.
Well, the first hunt, I was hunting a man by the name of Billy Kalkbrenner, and it was the first morning of Missouri spring turkey season, and this was his first spring turkey hunt ever.
First one ever, on film.
And the turkeys were in a roost. There was about 6 or 8 of them. They pitched off the limb, and when they got off the limb, I did some cutting and yelping, and this turkey probably thought the other turkeys was going to get there first because
I think he wanted to be the first one there. We nicknamed him the Roadrunner. Let's go to the film.
He is the Roadrunner, that's for sure.
It's your safety on. I tell you to shoot. Wait till I tell you. Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him. Wait till I tell you to shoot. Wait till I tell you. Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him. Imagine Billy's anticipation as that gobbler held off, and when he finally came in, it's easy to see why we nicknamed him the Roadrunner.
It was unbelievable.
Stevie, you had another hunt the same morning with Billy's son Jeff. Let's talk about it for a little bit.
Mark, Jeff is a past Missouri and Illinois skeet shooting champion, and this is also his first spring turkey hunt ever.
Man, what a shot he puts on this fine gobbler. How much did that bird weigh?
That turkey weighed 24 pounds and had 1 3/8 spurs. It was a limb hanger.
An 11-inch beard.
It's 11-inch beard. And this kid's first turkey.
You can tell he puts a good shot on.
Oh, man, and was he excited?
Oh, man, let's go to it. By the sound of this calling, it's easy to see why Steve is one of the top callers in the country. Listen to Steve soft call this bird right to their position.
Yeah, I see him. Let him keep coming. It's okay. You got a bead on his head? Is he close enough? Just let him keep walking. Let him keep coming.
Patience here is really important.
Let him keep walking. Let him keep coming. Okay. Shoot him. Shoot him. Shoot him. Shoot him. Okay, go. Good job.
Man, oh man, what a fine bird Jeff connected with there for his first spring gobbler.
And what a shot he put on that big northern Missouri
Oh,
gobbler
he
turkey.
rolled him.
Oh, man. Our next hunt, we're going to stay in Missouri. We're coming a little bit farther south, right here in Terry and I's own hometown of Bloomsdale, Missouri. This is a midday hunt. We did quite a bit of calling to get these two birds interested. They finally came in. There's quite a bit of good footage of the turkeys. I was doing the camera work. Terry was doing the shooting, and quite a bit of it, if I might add.
This was a fine bird, and I regret having this on film, I guarantee you.
I'm just not going to let you live it down.
No, you're not.
For a while there, I wasn't sure if he was chopping wood or shooting at the turkey. Let's go to it and take a look at it. Let him go. How anyone could miss that big of a gobbler 2 times out in the open like that is beyond me. You know, I've been working with Terry since then on his shooting, and I think he's coming along.
Wait just a cotton picking minute now. I think we've got a hunt here that everybody's going to enjoy. We're still in Missouri. Mark's doing the shooting, and I'm on camera. And all I can say is that if I'd have had a trigger on the camera, I think I could have harvested this bird.
Wait a minute, I've got an excuse, though. I'm shooting a primitive weapon.
There is no excuse.
Let's go to it and take a look at it.
Happens to the best of us. How'd you miss that bird? Oh, man. Any excuses? Oh, happens to the best of us. Oh.
Boy, you don't like missing, do you?
No, I don't like it at all. If there's one thing that I don't like to do, it's miss. And to amplify that even more, it's when he's over my shoulder with the camera.
Terry, you did a great job.
Thank you very much. All I can say is if his shooting was half as good as my camera work, we'd have had one awesome hunt.
You really would have. You really would have.
Here's a couple guys that know how to film good hunts. Jimmy and Will Primos. Will, Jimmy, welcome. I'm so glad to have you part of the
We're
video.
proud to have him.
I'm telling you, we're glad to be a part of King of the Spring, we really are.
What'd you think of the last hunt? Can you believe that?
I cannot believe it, I'm telling you. You know, y'all are blaming it on the Thompson Center. I've got a muzzle-loading shotgun by the Thompson Center, and mine is dynamite to 35 yards.
I promise you, I had that thing loaded with an 1 3/8 of number 7.5, backed by 100 grains of black powder. It was
Was it
not the
shooting
gun.
good?
It was shooting unbelievable.
Y'all won't believe. Watch this in slow motion, and you can see what really happens. There's a tree that Mark never even looked at right in front of his
I
gun.
looked right past it. That thing jumped right out in front of me, I'm telling you.
I tell you what, if it wouldn't have been for that turkey flew off putting. You didn't touch him.
I hope not.
If it wasn't been for that tree, he would definitely have been in the bag.
Terry and I are down here visiting with Jimmy and Will. We're working on a new call line for Primos Wild Game Calls. Tell us a little bit about the call line.
Well, I want to thank y'all for being a part. Y'all's input, it just has been fantastic. Primos is famous for producing calls from prophylactics.
Mm-hmm.
And we're coming out with a latex line, as y'all know. Y'all been using them now for almost a year.
2 brand new calls.
And 1 new prophylactic
call.
And I'm telling you, they're great. We're gonna call the double reed. It's gonna be called the double cut, excuse me. And then we've got the one that's my favorite, which is the MAD. The Mad Cutter stands for Mark Allen Drury. It is a dynamite call.
It's my favorite call.
And then the prophylactic call, the 4-reed prophylactic call with a cut in it.
It's gonna be called Cutter Plus. Right?
Cutter Plus. You gonna be able to make enough, Jimmy?
I hope so, Will.
I'm telling you what. It's not easy now, is it?
I want to know one thing. Everybody out there has seen the Truth 1 and the Truth 2. I get so many people asking me, is there going to be a Truth 3?
Jimmy?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
We can't wait.
It's going to be the best yet.
It really is. We can't believe how much success and fun we had this year. We filmed 28 hunts. And we're right now finishing the script, trying to decide how we're going to treat the thing.
If it's anything like the hunt you're about to share with us, I know it's going to be another good one.
It's going to be great.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, Mark, we were down in Carrizo Springs, Texas on the San Pedro Ranch. Our host was Mike McMurray, and this is Mike's hunt down there. It's beautiful down there. It had a lot of rain. It's basically desert country, but butterflies were everywhere. It's just gorgeous.
These are Rio Grande turkeys. There's 6 subspecies of wild turkey, and this is the Rio Grande.
Big birds.
Absolutely gorgeous turkey.
Do they like Primo's calls, Jimmy?
They seem to, Will.
Do they like feather flex
Something else
decoys?
they like.
Those feather flecks, they helped a lot.
Man, they come around the bend in that road and they are on a string all the way up to the decoy. We've had so much success with featherflex all year. I mean, we
What
just
I
can't say
like
enough
is
about it.
how light they are, weigh like about a shotgun shell, and they fold up to nothing.
And the wind movement you get out of them is unbelievable.
It's fantastic.
One other thing that this Texas hunt brings up, I mean, Mossy Oak was developed right here in Mississippi.
Hey,
but that
it
shot
works
at the
better in
beginning of that
Texas.
hunt, oh.
Works beautiful out there.
They absolutely have a hen come in right behind them. It's in their lap, and it's fantastic.
It is really great.
They ought to call it mossy mesquite.
Let's go
That's
to
a
it and
good
take another
line.
look at it.
That was good, man. The bison was too far. Yeah, he was just too far. That place was coming, he'd have come another 15, 20 steps, he'd have been all right. 30 steps, he'd have been all right. That was pretty. That was really pretty. Well done.
Our next hunt takes us across the river to the great state of Illinois. Joining me for this hunt is Jeff Probst. Jeff's a longtime friend and hunting companion. Welcome, Jeff.
Good to be here, Mark.
Jeff's a two-time Grand National owl hooting champion, as well as placing in over 100 contests all across the country, and we're so glad to have you part of the video. Jeff and I hunted with Shannon Hughes in the Shawnee National Forest. And tell us a little bit about the hunt, Jeff.
It was a good hunt, Mark. Shannon's a good friend of ours. He lives in southern Illinois, and he put us on these birds. We were lucky enough to get a bird gobbling at daylight. It took a lot of owl hooting to get him going.
Yeah, it sure did, and you'll see that in the video.
We finally got him going, and he was roosted across a hollow up in a saddle from us. And we went over there, and there was a little green grassy clearing at the top of the ridge. And we set up right there thinking that the turkeys would come there to strut, display, set the decoys down, and we got all set up. Everything was going well, but the turkeys just wouldn't gobble good after they flew down. So we tried a little soft talk, and just wasn't getting the job done. So we started calling real aggressive to the birds, real aggressive.
Yeah.
It wasn't long, we heard footsteps, and here they came. And the unfortunate part was I didn't have my gun ready, and because we hadn't heard anything for quite a while, and they popped in on top of us and walked in and looked at the decoys, and I had to wait till they were going back into the woods before I could get the gun up. Lucky enough to get the shot
Got it
off
out just at the right time.
before they got away from us.
Turned out real good. Let's
Sure
take
did.
another look at it.
Let's do it.
For our next hunt, we're going to bounce right back across the Mississippi River, again here in Terry and I's own hometown of Bloomsdale, Missouri. Our next guest is one of our favorite all-time hunting partners, our uncle, Marvin Drury. Welcome, Marvin.
Thank you, Mark.
This hunt, along with the one that follows, tells a little bit of a story. The first time this bird was called in, he was called in with some very light calling on a box call, and I was doing the camera work. Marvin was trying to do the shooting, and tell us a little bit about what happens as this gobbler comes down the log road.
Well, this is a classic example of overconfident shooting. I was not prepared for this bird. He came in, and I just was not prepared. I did not have my gun up. You may hear me release the safety.
Yes.
And, well, the rest is history.
I know we've certainly lost all our confidence.
We lost all confidence that day, but maybe we'll get some of it back.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, fellas.
Well, I'll be damned. All right.
Marvin, that's all right. As we saw earlier, everybody's going to miss them once in a while. As I said, there is a story that goes along with this hunt. A week and a half later, Terry and I went into the same area and set up on what we know is the same bird. We changed calls. I did some voice calling, and this turkey came in on a string, Terry.
Mark did some real good calling with his natural voice here, and it's not often that you're fortunate enough to kill a bird that had been hit, and this bird had a few pellets in it, so he did not miss it completely, and that's how we knew that this was the same turkey, but we did finally get that turkey.
Terry put a long shot on it, I think about 40 yards.
It was 44 steps.
And we were lucky enough to get him on film. Let's go to it and take a look at it. right. Oh, man. You know, a lot of turkey hunters will tell you that they don't like to hunt in the wind. Well, as we saw in that last hunt, wind can actually work to your advantage. Terry and I used the wind that day to cover our movement as well as our noise to get in close to that turkey and eventually work him into the call. And wind is something that my next guest has to deal with all the time. Joining me now is Cecil Carter from Fort Worth, Texas, and he's a member of the Mossy Oak hunting team as well as being a Primos Pro staffer. Welcome, Cecil. I'm glad to have you part of the video. Cecil's been doing a little video work, and he's got 2 hunts from Texas to show us. The first one has a lot of wind in it.
Right. If you hunt in Texas, you know what Mark's talking about. The wind does blow a lot, and this particular day, it was very nice. Sun was shining, great afternoon to hunt. It came right on the tail end of several days of bad weather, and as you know, we had a lot of rain in Texas this year, as a lot of the country did. Really a tough spring weather-wise all over.
On the turkeys especially.
But this particular day, we're hunting down close to Comanche, Texas, with a good friend of mine, Larry Hamilton. And Larry hunts a lot like I do, hunts very slowly, very patiently, doesn't get real excited, as you'll notice at the end of our hunt. But we located these gobblers about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We'd been out about 2 hours, and we located them by cutting. And I was cutting on a little Primo spring hen.
Oh, it sounds wonderful. That's on a push button?
Right.
Man, it sounds perfect.
I was using a friction call because in the wind, it carries a little better, penetrates the wind a little better, carries a little farther.
More so than a mouth call.
Right. So anyway, we got these turkeys coming in, and as you'll notice, they gobble several times.
Yes.
Coming in before you can see them. Now, once they come into view, they don't gobble anymore.
Right.
And of course, I cut back on my calling and didn't call anymore. But
my favorite part of that hunt is the last time you call and you can hear the turkeys. I mean, they gobble right there, and you hear him put that spring hen down and get on the camera.
Right.
And that is generally the time to get your gun up and get ready.
And when you hunt with a friction call, that's what you need to do.
Right.
Wait till the last possible moment, then put your gun, your call down.
Get your gun or camera up and get ready. Let's go to it and take a look at it.
twisted, wouldn't it?
Cecil, does Larry always get that excited when he kills a spring gobbler?
Well, not all the time, but that was a particularly fun hunt. So he.
Man, I get on him in a hurry when I kill one.
I do too. But Larry hunts a lot like I do, very patiently, and he is a little low key sometimes, but just a great guy to hunt with.
He was just sure of his shot, right?
Oh, he made a good shot, no doubt about that.
You've got another beautiful hunt. The turkey is extremely excited in this hunt. Tell us a little bit about it, Cecil.
Well, my hunting companion on this hunt is Robert Cantrell. Robert is a good friend of mine in Fort Worth. He's been turkey hunting for 2 or 3 years, killed several nice gobblers. But this one is the biggest one. This was a really nice
what
gobbler.
A beautiful Rio Grande turkey. Tell me the dimensions of this turkey.
This turkey weighed 21.5 pounds, had 11-inch beard, and 1 inch and 5/8 spurs.
Boy, that is fantastic for a Rio Grande.
Real good gobbler. But he responded well to the little Primo Spring Hen again, which is one of my favorite calls.
Which is obvious in the hunt.
Right.
I've got one question. What is the white tank that you see in the background? So many people ask me that when they see this hunt.
That's an oil storage tank.
Which I would imagine are common in Texas.
Right, they're common, just like barbed wire fences.
Well, one more time. Let's go take a look at it.
Let's look at it.
Well, we talk about saving the best for last. That's what we've tried to do here with the King of the Spring. It is without a doubt the most memorable hunt that I've ever filmed and probably will ever film. With me to talk about the hunt is Randy Panic. Randy's a good friend of Terry's and mine, member of the Mossy Oak hunting team. He originates from Ludlow, Massachusetts. Randy, welcome to Missouri.
Thank you very much, Mark and Terry. It's been a pleasure to be here for the last few days, and this state, words can't explain how beautiful it is. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you. I want to thank you for the hunt that we shared last year in New York. Randy and I hunted with David Minnie. David is a good friend of Randy's. We were hunting around Middleburg, New York, which is centrally located in the state. Randy, let's talk a little bit about the hunt.
Yes, back in the spring of '89, me, Mark, and David had the opportunity to spend a few days together. And on the last day of the hunt, we got into some turkeys, matter of fact, a little bit late, about 9 o'clock in the morning, and it turned out to be excellent. The day shined up, and little David ended up harvesting one of the last birds that he ever did harvest. In November of '89, David passed away of leukemia. It was quite a tragic loss to his family and all his hunting friends, but because of Mark, we have a fantastic bit of footage of David. I want to thank you for that,
I am so
sir.
thankful to have it. Let's take one more look at it. I say thank you. Wait. 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 Taking. No. Wait.
Nice bird.
Nice bird.
Real nice bird.
Good job, Colin.
Thanks, buddy.
They couldn't stand it. Man, there's some gobblers gobbling.
Five gobblers altogether.
At least 5. Pick him up. Let's see him.
See, when I heard him getting up there, did you hear me swing down below?
You did a good job, buddy. Oh.
Did you see him come in here all 5 of them?
No, the rest of them I couldn't get.
Talk about a Jake that had a gobble. You know, over the course of a hunter's lifetime, he meets a lot of other hunters. He makes a lot of friends. I can assure you that David Minnie is one of the finest I've ever met. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope also that you've learned just a little bit about hunting the wild turkey. One final note, though, is that we must always remember the reason that we have the number of huntable wild turkeys that we do. Only through the great pains and efforts through conservation commissions and federations all across the country do we have these numbers of wild turkeys. We as hunters must constantly ask ourselves two questions. One, do we sit passively at home and occasionally go on a weekend hunting trip? Or two, do we become an active member of organizations such as the National Wild Turkey Federation, the National Rifle Association, or the multitude of state conservation commissions and federations across this country? I hope that you would choose the latter. Well, thank you once again, and always remember to be safe, identify your target no matter what you're hunting, and good hunting to each and every one of you. Thank you.